These are some great questions. This commenter basically wants to know if her son, who's recently been diagnosed, will ever be able to live on his own, if there's like a degree of severity to psychosis, and what meds have helped me. These questions all really do culminate into one extended answer because they all play a part in your ability, your recovery, your functioning, like how well your day-to-day life will proceed after psychosis. You know, these are all intertwined. So I'll just use myself as an example because I can relate to all of these questions. Now, there have been times when I wasn't able to live by myself. There have been times when I have been able to live by myself. And there are times like now where I have some assistance in living independently, as in I have a caregiver, but I do still have more independence than when I did before. And this is in part because of the medication that's helped me, but it's also just the nature of psychosis. Psychosis is a spectrum, and this is a spectrum that everybody falls on because most people can relate to things like feeling your phone vibrate and thinking you got a text when you didn't, which would be a hallucination, or having a fear of the monster under your bed when you're a kid, which would be a delusion. And those are pretty odd examples because most people wouldn't consider that to be psychosis, but that's what the spectrum is like. It is a severity scale, absolutely. So without meds, I've had episodes where I was pretty functional and I knew I was psychotic and I got along and went to work. I've also had episodes that were so severe that I actually peed on the floor because I didn't know how to use a toilet. So yeah, it's a severity scale and it depends on each episode and each person. As far as meds go, mine are really effective and I'm completely asymptomatic today. I don't have psychosis. And what's worked for me is a combination of mood stabilizers and an antipsychotic because I do have schizoaffective, which is a mood and psychotic disorder, but this is different for everyone and different meds work differently depending on people's brain chemistry. So I wouldn't necessarily say what works for me works for everyone, but I have found that combination to be extremely effective.